we're going to make fudge sauce. It's a sauce actually that you can drizzle over a cake, angel food cake, or particularly my fudgy pistachio cake. It really tastes, well, really, really good. It is a cooked sauce, so you're going to need to do it on your cooktop. What you're going to do is you're going to put 1 can of 12 ounces of evaporated milk into your pot. So that was 1 can of evaporated milk. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to put in 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. And what you're going to do is you're going to wait till it comes to a boil. And that'll probably take a minute or so, depending on the temperature of your cooktop. I have mine on high. And again, this particular fudge sauce tastes good drizzled over any type of cake, really, that you like fudge chocolate on. Now, while that's heating, and we're waiting for it to boil, you also are going to need 12 tablespoons of baking cocoa. And you also will need 4 ounces, or 4 tablespoons, I'm sorry, 4 tablespoons of canola oil. Now, if you don't want to use, or you don't have the baking cocoa, you can use, and you will need, 4 ounces of unsweetened chocolate. So I like to use cocoa, so along with it, of course, I have to have the oil to make the unsweetened chocolate. You're also going to be putting in butter, unsalted butter, and that's going to be 1/4 cup. The next ingredient that you're going to need also is 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. And to finish it off, you're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now keep in mind, if you're going to use the unsweetened chocolate, you still need your 1/4 cup of unsalted butter. Unless you're going to use the baking cocoa as I am, just follow the recipe as I'm doing it for you today. This is starting to heat up. Now, once it comes to a boil, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the baking cocoa and the oil, and then I will take it off the heat when I put the butter in, the vanilla, and the salt. But we're just waiting on that right now. It's very close. Now I'm going to start putting in those 12 tablespoons of cocoa. And then just keep stirring it till it all starts to come together. This is a really quick recipe if you're not looking in particular that you want a frosting, you just want a fudge sauce. This is really a good one. Put a little bit more in. And you do want to work with it till all the lumps disappear into it, because you don't want it to have lumps. I'll put a little bit more in. I like to mention about the baking cocoa, because some people do think I'm talking about cocoa, hot cocoa that you drink, and it isn't. It totally is different. You do want the baking cocoa. All right, I have all the baking cocoa in. And that's coming along here. And in just a second, I'm going to put that 4 tablespoons of canola oil in. I'll do it right now. Just kind of drizzle it in there. And then again, I'm waiting for a rolling boil with this. I just want to make sure to get the bottom of my pot and work the sides here to get that all in my pot. So just a few more seconds. Now, if you don't have butter or you don't want to use butter, you can go ahead and use margarine if you want. You will have a better tasting sauce if you use the butter, though. But you can use margarine. Okay. I'll show you what it looks like so far. Now, as it cools, you want to cool it down for about 20 minutes before you serve it under your cake or drizzle it over your cake, because you want it to thicken. And as you can see, this makes a lot of chocolate sauce. What I like to do is, if I don't use it all, I actually freeze it. And then I'll take it out, unthaw it in my microwave, and then use it at that time. Okay. And that's what we have so far. It has thickened nicely. I'm going to move it in just a little bit closer for you to see. And now I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to put my butter in. And because it was boiling, it's going to melt very quickly into this chocolate sauce. It adds a lot of flavor to butter, plus it does help it to thicken it. And we're also going to now put that 1½ teaspoon of vanilla in. And the last thing, of course, is the 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Alright, and then all you really have to do is what I like to do with the pistachio cake that I just put on the video. You'll see this the pistachio cake underneath this particular video. I just like to take a little bit with a spoon and just put a little bit onto my plate. And then with the pistachio cake, I just put that on top. And then I like to garnish it with a little bit of powdered sugar. And then just a little drizzle more of the fudge sauce. And there you go. You have fudge sauce, great on cake, cupcakes, whatever you choose to put it on. Easy to make. I hope you like this one. If you do, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.